Tensions are almost towards boiling point in West Asia. The question on everyone's lips is, when will Iran strike? Israel has fortified its defenses, and the US has assured its assistance to its ally. This next report has all the details on the unfolding situation.
In a rare public move, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered the deployment of a guided missile submarine to the region. But that's not all. The USS Abraham Lincoln has been ordered to pick up pace and race towards the region, while the USS Georgia, a nuclear-powered submarine, is already in the Mediterranean Sea. Apart from that, destroyers armed with ballistic missiles and F-35 jets are also in the region. The Biden administration is sending a clear warning to Iran and its proxies that any attack on its ally Israel would invite a swift, deadly response. On the other hand, Iran and its proxies, including Hezbollah, ramped up their threats in the aftermath of targeted assassinations of senior Hamas and Hezbollah figures. Keeping up the pressure, Hezbollah fired dozens of rockets from Lebanon into northern Israel, calling it retaliation for Israeli attacks last week. The Iran-backed group has also entirely evacuated the Beirut headquarters in anticipation of a flare-up. Israel is expecting a major Iranian attack to be launched within days, and it is shoring up its defenses, though it is asking the public to not panic.
We are in days of vigilance and preparedness. The threats from Tehran as well as Beirut may come to fruition, and it is important to explain to everyone that readiness, preparation and alertness are not synonyms for fear and panic.
Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has vowed severe punishment for the assassination of the Hamas leader in the Iranian capital. The big question is over when and how Iran will choose to attack. Major airlines, sensing the impending storm, are grounding flights to Israel and neighboring countries. The world watches, waits, and worries. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
And for more on this, we earlier spoke to Dov Zakhaim, who's the former Undersecretary of Defense in George W. Bush administration and currently Senior Advisor at Center for Strategic and International Studies from Washington, D.C. And this is what he had to say.
I think what Washington wants to tell Tehran is, in the first place, it is going to help Israel defend itself. We don't want to get dragged into a war, but we certainly don't want to let the Iranians do what they've always said they wanted to do, which is to destroy Israel. So that's not going to happen. Now, you mentioned the submarine, and that's significant for a different reason. If a submarine is going to fire a missile at Iran, it's not going to be easy for the Iranians to know that it was an American missile and not an Israeli missile. And so there's a second message here, I think, to Tehran, namely, don't think that the United States will do nothing offensively, because we might. And finally, there's a third message. President Biden no longer is running for re-election. There is nothing to stop him from actually supporting Israel and launching an offensive against Iran. Until now, we've never wanted to do that. We still don't want to do that. We're trying to get the Iranians to see sense here.
As Israel and its allies anticipate a strike on Iran, our correspondent Jody Cohen spoke to people on the ground and sought their sentiments about the imminent regional escalation.
From the beginning of time, Israel's always been attacked, and not that we want this, but we've always persevered and we've always come through.
So we are not afraid we are confident. Iran is not so scary like them think them are. We are good people, we want peace, but we get it with humanic effort and not kill like this citizens and like them.
We are not nervous, but we want it to be after it, because the waiting time is the worst thing. Although we are sure that everything at last will be okay, but we want to turn to our usual life without being concerning for the safety of us and our family.
I'm very optimistic we will get through this and Israel will spring up and be as better than ever. We're a great country and our people are very dynamic and resilient.
Hamas has issued a statement saying they won't attend the planned talks on Thursday. Israel has said it would send negotiators, and President Biden has expressed hope that a deal could still be reached. However, in a move that could complicate the negotiations, military preparations by Iran and its proxy Hezbollah reportedly suggest that they could be planning to launch a large-scale attack against Israel at some point over the next few days. The strike is expected to be larger than Iran's strike in April when it fired 350 drones, ballistic and cruise missiles at Israel. The UK, France and Germany have warned Iran that it will bear responsibility for jeopardizing peace if it attacks. The US has moved a guided missile submarine to the region and ordered the Abraham Lincoln Strike Group to accelerate its deployment. And Hezbollah has reportedly moved its operations out of Beirut in a sign that a strike could be imminent. This is Jodie Cohen for WION World as One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.